Hey y'all, here we are live from Lake Cumberland. See what we can get accomplished today. It's a beautiful day. I think it's April 4th. Sun's tucked behind some clouds and birds are chirping. I think it's going to be a fun day, so let's see what happens.
They're reeling it up the tree, Dave. Look at this. Look at that toe. How about that? Nice, baby.
So as you can see, we had a pretty good day on Lake Cumberland. Had a lot of fun. We ended up with 4 keepers that weighed about 13.5 pounds. Had a couple of other opportunities for keepers. Had a couple pull off on a spinnerbait, but since I wasn't using a trailer hook, that's to be expected. And it's kind of hard to use a trailer hook in some of the cover we were fishing. I mean, we were fishing in a lot of treetops and other things. So having a trailer hook would have just meant more hang-ups. So we'd rather not do that. So 4 fish for 13.5 wasn't bad. We had most of our fish came on spinnerbaits. I was throwing a 1/2 ounce Colorado with a willow and Colorado kicker. Of course, the Colorado's up front and then the willow. Mine was chartreuse, 1/2 ounce War Eagle. Joey was throwing the same spinnerbait, basically, except he had a white skirt. And that's what we caught the majority of our fish on. I did catch one on a baby brush hog, the first fish I caught, which made me fish a brush hog a lot longer than I should have. I have missed several bites where they would chase it up out of the bush. None of them were wanting it down on the bottom. They were chasing it out. And I missed several good fish that way. And Joey actually did catch one on a jig, basically the same way. It chased it out and actually happened to hit the bait. And that was one of his keepers. But the greatest majority of our fish we caught on spinnerbaits. In retrospect, I was looking at it and I was thinking, driving home, I was thinking, I bet we could have got him to bite a buzzbait. And so guess what? I went back Tuesday and we did try a buzzbait and it didn't really work. On Tuesday, we got more into smallmouth. The largemouth bite that we had shut down. I don't know if the fish moved, went on to spawn because the water is warm. It's only April 6th, and the water was already 65, 67 degrees. So there are fish spawning, no doubt about it. They're there. But on Tuesday, we ended up having to do some smallmouth. I may have some footage to show you from that. I'm not sure. I'm still new to this GoPro thing, so sometimes I get things screwed up, and I pushed the picture button instead of the record video button. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. It'll probably be about a week before I can get that coverage out anyway. But I wanted to get this one out. So hopefully it might help some of the high schoolers going down there this coming weekend. But yeah, Lake Cumberland right now is on fire. There's a lot of people catching a lot of fish in a lot of different ways.
One of the things I did want to talk about, I did think about throwing a swim jig through there. And I think Joey did try it and didn't have anything. We were just catching on that Colorado willow spinnerbait. We were throwing a Colorado willow combination mostly because the water was still a little stained. Had it been cleaner, I probably would have went willow. But I also think sometimes having the Colorado in front of the willow puts a little more thump and brings the fish out of the bushes a little bit more. That's just my theory. I can't say for sure about that. So anyway, as you can see, it was a good time. And hopefully I'll have some coverage to show you from the following Tuesday where we got on the smallmouth. So until then, have a good time and catch a bunch of fish. And make sure you're getting out there right now because it is prime time. So see you next time.